Healing crystals. What are these little rocks that you may see people carrying around with them, or you see stores that carry just these, just rocks? Who wants to spend money on rocks, right? I could go outside and I could pick up a rock. But the difference is healing crystals have a very powerful effect. And today I'm going to talk about them a little bit, and I'm going to give you my 7 favorite crystals that I use and why I use them, how I got into them, and stuff like that. So sit tight, we'll get into it right now. Welcome back to another video. I'm Jen. So healing crystals, rocks. You could go outside and you could pick up a rock, but is it going to have the same effect as a healing crystal? What's the difference? There's stores that sell only rocks, crystals, gemstones. Why are people so interested in healing crystals? So that's what we're going to get into today, and I'm going to give you 7 of my favorite healing crystals, why I use them, how I use them, and all kinds of good stuff. So before I get started, if you have not done so, please subscribe below. I put out a video every single morning, try to help you guys out, add value as much as I can. So let's talk about these little crystal things. I love me some crystals. So this is only part of my collection. I have more downstairs in the bedroom, stuff like that. There's a couple amethyst. This is on the right, an amber, some bracelets. So, I have a couple bowls here, more downstairs, some larger pieces, but yeah, this is it. So what are healing crystals? So why are they so powerful? Why are they so important? So healing crystals they formed when the earth formed, pretty much. So they're almost like part of the earth's DNA. They carry an imprint in these little guys, in these little rocks, an imprint of the earth's history, how it developed over millions of years. That's why they're so fascinating. So the crystals can actually absorb and transmit energy. And this is why people cleanse their crystals, their rocks, their gemstones, and charge them up like in a full moon, or they cleanse them, they do Reiki with them, or they put them on like a piece of amethyst or something like that, or put them in soil outside to charge them, to cleanse them. Some crystals are self-healing, but other ones, they will absorb a lot of energy and they will kind of lose their effect over time, or they may take on negative energy of somebody, and then, somebody else may use a crystal and they take on that negative energy. So everything is energy around us. So we absorb people's energy all the time, and the same goes for crystals. So today I'm going to talk about my 7 favorite crystals. And actually first, before that, let me just say how I got into crystals. So I got into healing crystals, it was years ago, many years ago. And I probably started with one. I think my very first crystal was when I graduated from acupuncture school. My teacher gave us all necklaces, and I had a necklace with tiger's eye on it. So tiger's eye is supposed to be good for protection, for grounding the body, things like that, for confidence. And I wore this. I still wear it to this day, but they almost become like an addiction. So you start with 1 or 2, and then you find that they help you. You want more. You want more. I started meditating with them. I started carrying them around in my pocket. I always have a crystal in my pocket. And I found them to be really beneficial. And I could actually feel something from them, some energy from them. So my 7 favorites, these are ones that I use and or carry along with me. I don't carry them all at once. I usually carry 1 at a time, maybe 2 at the most. But these are ones that I resonate with a lot. So, you might resonate with other gemstones and things like that. There's some that other people use a lot. There's one called citrine that's good for like uplifting, that's good for wealth, attraction, and prosperity. And, some people love it. Some people use it. It gives them energy. They feel good on it. I use it and I get like a headache, like a little foggy headed. So you realize that crystals, they're depending on your body makeup and what kind of emotional state you're in and things like that. You may not want to use the same healing crystal or carry the same crystal as somebody else, as your friend, as your girlfriend, as your boyfriend, because your energy is going to be different. You know, your state of mind is going to be different. So I use these guys when I meditate. I find that holding a crystal in my hand or placing them on a certain chakra, a certain energy center of my body, depending on maybe the crystal or the color of the crystal to align it with the different energetic chakra on my body, really helps. So I use a lot. I tend to gravitate more to ones that are like heart chakra, heart centered, and those would be more like the green crystals, because that's the heart, the color of the heart chakra. So the first one that I use a lot is, let me just see over here, is green jade. Now this is actually a pretty one. This is like a light green color. There's a darker jade green one, but this one is powerful. It's good for what I have resonated, what I have found that helps me is not only boosting the energy a little bit, the vitality, so boosting the chi in my body, but also a magnet for wealth, prosperity. Now, it's not like I hold this and I right away win the lottery or something like that. That has never happened, but I might win a scratch off. If I carry this, I tend to really see a difference. I either suddenly have more patience, wanting to have appointments, or I will get like a special coupon or a discount or a rebate, or I will find some kind of money or a check coming in the mail that I did not expect. So this is, it's interesting how these work, or if you hold it or meditate with it. This is heart chakra again. And so I will place it over my heart and just kind of close my eyes, focus on it, feel the energy in my heart, helps open me up, things like that. So that is green jade. All right, Mook Jasper. This is another one. So this one comes in, it can come in like a red. This is more like a yellowish brown color. It's a very tiny piece. This one I'm actually carrying in my pocket today. Mook Jasper, also known as Mookite. It's good for, especially if you're going out in nature, just kind of aligning us or grounding us with nature, with everything outside. It's also good for animal. So if you're into animal communication, it's good for, we're supposed to be good for, being around animals and things like that. So I did use it one day and I found like my guinea pigs were more attentive to me. So I don't know. That could have just been a coincidence, but all in my head, but it's all good. That animal communication. So if you're into that, spirit animals, all that kind of thing. Mook Jasper. All right, so the third crystal I use a lot is red jasper. Red jasper, this is like a palm stone, but then I also have another smooth piece here. So red jasper, it's good for the lower energy center, lower chakras of your body. It's good for stabilizing the energy. It boosts the energy, but in a slower kind of way, boosts your body chi. It's not overstimulating. It's not like drinking a cup of coffee and you're, jittery. It is kind of a slow incline of energy, a boost in energy. So, I might carry this with me for a week, to boost my body's chi and vitality. But I also use it for grounding. So if I feel a little flighty or a little anxious or something like that, then I carry this around and it grounds me a little bit. It stabilizes it harmonizes your body, stabilizes your body's energy. So that is red jasper. All right, the fourth crystal that I use is a fun one. This is called Dalmatian Jasper. So there's different versions of Jasper, but this is Dalmatian Jasper. As you can see, it has little spots on it. This comes in different colors. This is a more brownish one. But when I picked it out, I resonated with this one. So this one is good if you want to let out a little more playfulness in your life, a little more of that inner child. It's also great for protection, but it's if you want to bring back joy, or if you've been feeling down, and what I find is it brings out a little more laughter within me, a little more joy, a little more fun side. If I've been feeling like just going through the motions and feeling like blah, then this kind of makes me be silly a little bit. So I'll carry this around or meditate with it, and I like this one a lot. I use this one a ton. It not only brings out your fun side, but it also helps you move forward in life, to bring out your life purpose. So that's another cool way you can use it if you want to get closer to your life purpose. You want to move ahead. Probably this one is my all-time favorite crystal that I use the most often. And this is one called Utilite. So as you can see, it has a little bit of like it's got a little bit of reddish in it and white spots, smooth crystal Utilite. So I absolutely fell in love with this one. I carry this a lot. This one is all about acceptance and self-love. So it's powerful. It's also good for boosting the energy of your body, manifestation, but basically it opens up your heart. When I use this, when I meditate with this, I find I'm a little more emotional at times, not all the time, but if I meditate and I'm holding this, I may have, more emotions flood me. I may cry. I may feel a pure sense of joy. And that's why I like it. So it reminds you to love yourself, to accept yourself, to acknowledge yourself. So if I feel like I really haven't been taking care of myself and I need more self-care, then this is the rock that I go to. Because when I recognize or when I realize like I really need to do something for myself, I need to take a time out, chill out for a little bit, then this is the one I go to. So Utilite, one of my all-time favorites. This is probably like on the top of the top 7 list. So. All right, so the next crystal that I use a lot is one called Carnelian. I'm actually wearing a bracelet here that I use a lot below my hair scrunchie. Yes, I wear hair scrunchies because my hair is very thick and I break every other hair tie thing. So don't judge me. I was born in the 80s too. So yeah, Carnelian right here. It's like a orangey kind of color. This is the smooth version. This is good if you want a little bit of confidence in yourself. Be a little more bold. Have courage. This helps you have courage, and or it helps me have courage. But it is supposed to be good for lifting the bodies, boosting the vitality, okay, and just giving you a little more energy in your body and motivation, and also anchoring the thoughts to your physical reality. So another one good for manifestation. If you're trying to meditate on something, use it with like law of attraction stuff. I just find it gives me a little boost of energy. I've actually held it before I've played like hockey games and things like that. And I found it gave me like an extra edge a little bit. So Carnelian. So last but not least, we're going to get to a crystal that's a little more high frequency, high vibrational. So it is good for meditation. So if you want to connect to a higher source, higher consciousness for yourself, this guy is called blue Kyanite. So this is a pretty one too. This is blue. I have a couple of these in a larger piece downstairs. This is good for the throat chakra. So what I have found this one useful for, if you are going to say an interview or public speaking, or you need to talk to somebody and you're a little bit shy, a little bit introverted, this helps you out because it opens the it opens the throat chakra. And the throat chakra obviously has to do with communication, communicating with other people. So if you have stage fright, if you're scared of public speaking, carry blue Kyanite with you in your pocket, hold it in your hand, and it can assist you, it can help you just open the chakra and give you the ability to communicate a little more effectively, a little easier. So I have used this and it does work in my experience. So that's why I like it. I don't carry it all the time. I don't use this one a ton because it can be a little too high energy. So if I am feeling like a little anxious or have had a little too much coffee, then this one will make me feel a little more out there or jittery or something like that. Then I might, gravitate to something a little more grounding. So like a red jasper or something that's black. Usually the darker colored ones are a little more grounding for the body, like a black onyx or something like that. So yeah, those are my top 7 crystals. And those are the ones I resonate with the most. And those are what I have found my experience with them, what I found they work for, what I resonate with them. So it's not like a medical claim that these guys will do this stuff, by no means. It's how I resonate with them, how you resonate with them, the experience that you have while holding them, what you feel inside while holding them, and how they can assist you. So I might carry a crystal for 1 day or 2 days or a week, 2 weeks, and I might not carry crystals for like the next week or something like that. It's all dependent on how I feel. I usually will not carry crystals, to be honest, when it's either a full moon or when I have my menstrual cycle, because then I feel too much, there's like too much going on, too much energy going on, where I need to take a break and not do them. So that's how powerful they can be, you know. So just realize, be careful with them too, because you don't want to hold a crystal and you're like out of it for the rest of the day, foggy headed, because, you know, this little tiny rock or little tiny pebble, you know, is making you feel completely spacey. So just some things to be mindful of. But in overall, crystals can be so helpful if you meditate, if you do Reiki, if you do any kind of healing modality, or just for yourself to carry along in your pocket, to help you get through the day, to feel more confident, to be able to speak better with other people, to ground you. So if you have a lot of anxiety in your life, or, you know, where you feel like you can't compose yourself, then they could help. They could. So try it out for yourself. See if it does. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments if you are into healing crystals. Let me know which ones you like, because everybody likes different ones. You know, there's some that I have friends who say, oh yeah, I carry this one a lot. And I'm like, you know, I have that one, but I don't use it a lot. And it's to each their own. So let me know, guys. Again, subscribe if you have not done so already. And I hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you on